everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I want to do a follow-up lesson on two-step equations. We're going to actually add a second part where we have to use distributive property to solve. So you may want to watch my distributive property lesson before we do this. And we'll take a look at some word problems and see how this may apply to real life. So I hope this is helpful for you. All right, so as I said before, you may want to watch our distributive property videos before we look at this one. What we know about distributive property is that we typically have parentheses, and distribute means to multiply. So what we're going to do is take this outside number of -4 and distribute or multiply with the numbers inside. Okay, so we don't know what x is. That's actually our objective, is to solve for x. So when we have -4 times x, it's just simply rewritten as -4x, and -4 times +2 is a -8. And then we don't have anything to do with the 16 just yet. All right, now it looks like our two-step equations. All right, so I draw my little river here, which is optional. We're going to add 8 to both sides. All right, 16 plus 8 is 24. And then we have the -4x. And remember, we're always going to divide or multiply last. So it's basically looking at PEMDAS in reverse. So we divide by -4. And 24 divided by -4 is -6. So remember, when it comes to multiplying and dividing negative numbers, we use what's called the party hat method. So in this case, we had a +24 and a -6. So what's left over is the negative sign, and that's what we use to apply for that. All right, let's look at one that's a little bit more difficult. We're going to have the same approach where we multiply this outside number with everything inside. So 3/4 times 8a. Well, we can cross cancel. This becomes a 1, this becomes a 2. So we're left with 6a plus the 3/4 times 12. We can cross cancel again, resulting in 9. And then we have 28.2. So originally we have a mixture of fractions and decimals, which is not always that fun. But now we're just left with decimals. So we divide by 9. We subtract by 9. Make sure that we line up our decimals. We get 2, 9, so we have 19.2, 6a. Once again, we're going to divide last. We haven't seen one with multiplication yet. So we have 19.2 divided by 6, which is an answer of 3.2. A little bit more difficult than our previous problem. Here's a good word problem that we can use to practice. It says a family buys 6 airline tickets. So let's highlight that. That's important to know. The family buys travel insurance that costs $17 per ticket. So keep that in mind, $17 per ticket. The total cost is $1,146. Let X represent the price of one ticket. Write in an equation and then solve. So the first thing we need to know is how many people. All right. The ticket price. The insurance. And the total. All right. So we know that there's 6 airline tickets being bought, so that will go under the how many people. We do not know the cost per ticket. We know that this right here is the travel insurance, so we got to be careful with that. So this is our X. The insurance is $17, so that's in addition to what the ticket price is. And our total is $1,146. Now, the common mistake is that they would go ahead and solve right now, but we multiply the 6 with the x, but we also have to multiply the 6 with the 17 because each person has to pay the $17 for the insurance. It's not just one flat fee for everybody. So we distribute, we have 6x, and then we distribute the 6 with the 17, which is 102. And then now we have our two-step equation. We subtract 102 from both sides. All right, we'll rewrite this over here. 6x equals 1044. We divide by 6. and we get a result of $174. Okay, so that's a tricky one. Keep that one in mind as you're looking at it. All right, this is what we call an error analysis question. So we're basically looking to see what this person did wrong. All right, so if we do it ourselves, it makes it much easier. So we'll distribute. Negative 8 times 5 is negative 40. Negative 8 times r, negative r. So we need to know that there's a 1 in front of this. So essentially what you're saying is negative 8 times negative 1. And here's where the mistake went wrong. It would not be a negative 8, it would be a positive 8, which means that this should be a positive 8. So when we divide, because everything else looks fine, it should be a positive 7, okay?